Hello and welcome to another video from My Random Hobbies, and we're moving away from the trucking videos today back to some of my more sort of collectible stuff, and we're going to be looking at this Harry Potter Lego kit today. So let's get into it. So it's been a while since I've done any sort of Lego videos. I did do one of the minifigure ones a short while ago, but nothing major. So this is a new set that I've purchased, and it's a Hogwarts Moment set. There are 4 of these, and as you can tell, they look like books, and then they open up and there is a scene inside, and hence the Hogwarts Moments, if you like. And this one is the Defense Against the Dark Arts, and it's got Professor Moody, Neville Longbottom, and Hermione Granger as the Lego figures in there. The reason I got this was because I was given a voucher quite a while ago now, and had no way of sort of spending it physically because there was no shops of that type near me. So I went online, and trying to find something that was appropriate, of the appropriate value, was tough. But this came up, and it was pretty much bang on what the value was. So I liked the look of it. I liked the idea of it looking like a book on a shelf, and then opening it up and the sets being inside. So I did like that. And there were three others. There's 4 in the series. But this particular one appealed to me most, so that's what I've gone for. So for those of you who want to know the number, it's 76397. So I know Lego have their sets, and they number each one. And I've noticed over the years that Lego has become a bit of a collector's item for investment rather than necessarily enjoying the Lego itself. So some people will buy the sets as they are, store them, and then resell them later, because obviously Lego bring out a certain number of these and then they don't produce any more of them. So those Lego collectors out there who then want that set will pay a higher price for them, and some of the bigger sets go for silly money. So some people do it as an investment return on sort of their initial outlay. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not going to store this. I'm going to open it up and we're going to have a look at it. Okay, so I've opened the box. I've not used the thumb tabs that where you can push through and then peel it back. I've actually used a knife just to separate it out. So if I want to keep the box in reasonable condition, I can do. Then inside we have the standard sort of bags. So we've got bag number 2 there. It's immediately on top. We've got what I'm assuming is one of the book covers there. Smaller than I thought it was going to be, I have to say. Then presumably bag number 1, yes, bag number 1 there. And then again, there's the front cover. So you can see it's relatively small. Let's get a Lego figure. There's Gonzo. Just sort of size-wise, maybe 2 and a bit Lego figures tall. Not huge. Smaller than I was expecting. Then we've got some stickers to put on the Lego, obviously, and the obligatory instruction manual with all the usual step-by-step details, as you would expect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of build bits and then come back to you with how I'm getting on. Okay, so I've just finished putting together bag 1. Time-wise, it's probably taken me close to half an hour, just sort of trying to find the little parts and things like that. I'm sure people will do it quicker than that. But that's roughly how long it's taken me, just under, I would say 25 minutes. I have some spare parts. I've got some tiny little squares, a little square in beige, a little round in beige, a little square in brown, a bone, a little flame as a spare, and also a wand for Hermione, spare wand, and a spare wand, if I can get hold of it, for Neville. So I've got a few little spares, so I'm going to pop those back in a little bag, just for now, just in case, and then we'll see what it looks like so far. Once I put those in the bag, let's do that now, just so I don't lose them. They may come in handy at some point. So in the first bag, we created the figures, so Hermione and Neville, and I went off the box really as to how they should look. Hermione obviously looking cross. I believe that was the sort of moment, is, if you like, is the Defense Against the Dark Arts, where Professor Moody is doing the 3 curses, for those of you who know the films. And Neville obviously is there because he was the one that was the subject of that unpleasantness, if you like. So there's those. There was a little book, a little tiny book that opens and closes, which will sit on a table. The table being here, very small, low table, and 2 little chairs made up of a square and a round there. So for the characters to sit on. Also, within the first one, we put this together, so these all had to be put onto the back. Obviously, a little decoration. It looks pretty cool, I think, as a book. Fits nicely in the hand. And then opening up, you can see I've added stickers to the back walls there, and this central part that opens up, folds away, which again has potions, a little fireplace, bits and pieces on the shelves. So I quite like that. That's nice. So that's the first bag. So I'll make the second bag up and we'll have a look at it all together. Okay, so I've just finished building the second bag of bits, and as per the first bag, I have a small handful of tiny parts that are spare parts. I'm assuming that's what they're for, including Alistair Moody's Polyjuice potion bottle there, and a mini Alistair Moody, which I rather like. I think that's quite good fun. Difficult for you to see perhaps, but yes. So again, I will store those spare parts with the other spare parts just for future occasions if they get lost, etc. But it is nice that they provide spare bits. So there's the bag of bits that are additional to the ones needed. I dare say people will lose them all the time, those little tiny parts. So in the second one, we had Alistair Moody, the figure, and this is another rather surprising and cool feature, because Alistair in the film is essentially 2 characters, because one is taking Polyjuice potion to be Alistair, and then at the end he becomes another character. The hair obviously is removable, as with all Lego figures, but the head spins round to show a slightly angrier face with different hair for the character played by David Tennant, Barty Crouch. So I think that's quite a nice touch, actually. I do like that. I think that's a nice little feature. So I'm just going to spin his head back round and make him Alistair Moody again. And I'll show you the completed Lego set. Now, when completed, it looks like that. I think these bits on here are so that when you've got the full set, you can join the books together. I'm guessing. I'm thinking that's what they're for. I don't see any other purpose to them really, other than that. And then the book opens up, and the way that it's been designed is that these parts will fold out. So this bit folds out here, he says. Oh, sorry, that's because I've not taken off this part. This is one of the additional parts that will sit on the floor. Alistair Moody's board there, where he's got the number of curses, and then that bit folds out like that, and then this central bit will fold out. But again, there are parts that have been placed on the top, so I'm just going to have to remove those, he says. That. So another little sort of table, if you like. There's the chest and another table and bench as well. I'll show you those in a second. We'll just fold that out. So really, from what is a compact book, you have quite a lot in there. The thing that you don't do or can't do is place the characters inside the book as well. So you're going to have to store them separately. So this is a chest, the chest that Alistair Moody is kept in the films. And the bench here has the seats clipped underneath, so that again the characters can sit on those, but for storage purposes they're clipped underneath and then clipped on the top of the book. There's also a large spider that came with it as well, again presumably representing the creature that the curses were applied to in Alistair Moody's class. And in the chest, he says, if you can open it, there we go, there is inside the tiny Alistair Moody, which again I just think it's a nice little feature. It's a nice little touch that they've thought about it. It's not just a throwaway thing that they've done. So again, nice little features. Slightly, as I say, disappointed that the characters don't fit into the book once done, but the characters again, nice. I like the detailing on there. Again, I don't know whether that's going to focus or not, but there's some reasonable detail on the jacket there. Similarly with there's Neville, and again the hood on the reverse, which is nice, and Hermione slightly different with her top done up, the sort of zip up top. But again, nice little features, nice to have little spares, and it's a good little set. And as I say, I actually like the idea that when it comes together, it all looks really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set it up now with all the characters and everything in place, and put a picture up so you can see what it looks like with all the bits all collated. I hope you found that useful and interesting. Certainly something I was surprised at. The detailing and the thought that's gone into these things is amazing. I like the concept of it being a book and how it will look on the shelf, because I'm going to place it on the shelf here behind my Star Wars Walker. It's just a nice thing. Okay, would I have paid that much for it? Am I that much of a Lego fan had I not had a voucher? I'm not sure. But great. Fun little thing. Yeah, definitely worth getting. Anyway, please comment below if you wish to. Like, subscribe as always, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Take care for now. Bye-bye.